connection. They're the big, all of this. And they're all playing that part. They're all lying. They're all police. But they know how to play that part. Why? Because they've been playing that part so long as they could do it with their eyes shut. Why? Why do you think all the body shops that cut up cars and all that, when they get ready to put them in jail, they put them in jail? Why? Because you think the police are going to have a body shop cutting up things, and they're not going to have their own body shop that does that, and the Negro in there does it? You think you're going to go out and buy cars? Everywhere I go, I look at the pattern. You think the people all buying them cars, the ones that slick, they got the Nigerians, they got 2-3 Nigerian police. They telling on all the other Nigerians. They got a couple of Negroes there. And they got, that's what they do. They're there for that. They sell cars. And they tell the police on all the other crooked Nigerians. They're crooked too. Because they tell on everybody, they get a chance to do, they got a little stealing on the side, what the heck, right? No problem. That's in everything. I don't care whether it's diamonds, whatever you have, whatever they deal with. Dope dealers, God knows the percentage of those tattletales. If they're not telling on day one, after they get a couple of cases, they're going to start telling, right? And when I got arrested, my lawyer became Clinton White. He became a Supreme Court justice in California. He looked at me after a couple of cases. He says, because this is a pattern. He said, they never dealt with anybody that has scruples, he called them. That would mean morals, ethics. They come to me with that stuff about Bojack is your closest competitor. Get on a team. And I innocently said, oh, no. Here's what we do. Y'all arrest me like you've been doing. Keep running around. I try to get away like Robin Hood and all them. And, that's the game we'll play, cops and robbers. But I couldn't even, every now and then I would think, how would a nigga be a stool pigeon? How would he sit? How would he tell on other people? This is, being a youngster and not being a part of your makeup. You have to learn that that's what people do. I already knew it, all them riots in the penitentiary, and the only one on the bus getting transferred is me. That stuff, so you know. But I'm telling you. So, if you see wrong being done, stop it with your hand. We don't have that power, nor would we want to use that power. Too many people get hurt. Too many people get killed. This time around, it's going to have to be very sophisticated, clean cut, non-hateful, because the world has too many murdering devices now. And this is going to take a lot of skill. It's going to take skill above everything. Number 2 will take LOVE. I don't even want to say it. No, that's what it's going to take. It can't be, I'll get them niggas back. It can't be that. When you think about that type, think about Jesus with the knocking on the door and that big heart, stuff like that. Of course, he got long blonde hair. They didn't have that hair in that part of the world, but it doesn't make any difference. But just think of that big heart. Look, don't nobody even think like that. Because each group of people, the people that are in a position of not management, because we don't want to call it that, but of somebody has to be on the big global team that help keeps everybody else in balance. Because it won't be our happy team gonna win up for everybody. It's gonna be globalists involved. It's gonna be humanitarians involved, right? This transition right now will be, like we said years ago, tree huggers, oceanographers, people that want to clean up the ocean. We got to help them get trillions of dollars to help clean up the ocean. That's what they want to do, right? So the world is moving both ways at the same time. Before rebellion, before revolution, they have people, before the revolution in Iran, they had nudist beaches upon the Caspian Sea. Nudist beaches in Iran. And the jet set Iranians, the biggest dope dealers, some of them in the world, was Iranians. And Turks, of course. You know, what did they call it? And the movies showed it. They had where did the French Connection heroin come from? Turkey. Where is Turkey? Just go next door. You know, when you study Islamic history, you'll find that at one time, coffee was haram and opium was halal. Halal. I'm telling you, you think I'm lying? Just everybody knows that opium was halal. 3 weeks ago, I'll be a little further back than that, the ulama in Iran, when the day was over, you know, like the white folks here, Ben Franklin them would have a pipe. They wouldn't smoke a pipe like people now, every while they're working and all that. When they get ready to turn in, they have a warm fire there, they'd light up, you know, their pipe. Well, the Muslims, look, when they wanted to put a baby to sleep, you know what the mother would do? Blow that on the baby. What happened to the baby? Slobbing all at the mouth and knocked out. Right? That's customs. That stuff was just ending when I was over there. Remember, I was over there 50 years ago, stuff like that. For now, that's like 1,000,000 years ago. The stuff I talk about, I mean, anyway, if you could turn the heat off just 1 second. Let me speed up here. This is for distribution, by the way. So if you see wrong, stop it with your hand. If you can't speak out about it, now right here, we're going to have a few teams. Even this week, we'll have maybe if you take one team and go one place, we'll go another. We'll have our boxes. We'll put these on our boxes and and how we get the word out, but it won't be no Juma here, neither this week nor next week. Because we're on it's not fundraising, it's we're getting back in, you know, in shape, that's all, for movement. So right now we're putting together the revival of our movement, but based on what we can do. We're going to get $300 million in California, not based on that. We're going to do our stuff right now based on what we can do, our own training, right? And you could imagine, you could see we could do all of this. Easy. We're going to fix the Masjid, we're going to open this, that, and another. We do it all, we'll just be busy. Friendly, busy. Now, speak out about it. We speak long enough, some of the people have to listen because they're absolutely sleepwalking now. But all the Muslims are not police, and all the Muslims are not. There's some people that stumble into Islam. Okay, so one of the things is to tell the story that we have already done. We have already done this. This is at least our third go round, and this go round was with a lot of clear expertise. We're saying we're going to do this to you, boss man, and it happens. I mean, it happens. It has happened. So that's a big sell. When we talk to people, they're going to know that what we're saying is true. All the big shots, all of them definitely know. But then the public of Muslims are just misled, like the American people. Remember all those innocent looking white kids and Negro kids down at Black Lives, whatever they call it. Yeah, and all the rest of them. Remember the police came by us and gave us the greeting. And the other police, that he was going to try to short stop us and mislead us, but he might wind up getting kind of led in a way, because you can't participate with them people. We didn't even let them in our neighborhood. Well, that's a long time ago. And then I remember once it was one Latino guy on a bicycle. I said, yeah, the U.S. stole Mexico, da, 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 da. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Somebody must have pushed the little buzzer and said, man, you got to go. Because remember, right after that, he left. I said, hell, you must be from Salvador or somewhere. That's U.S. history. Everybody knows that. So you're making a fool out of yourself. So go. And he got on his bike and pedaled on off. Okay, we got a lot of that. We have friends in the woodwork. We have friends in the woodwork. We have people that know who we are and know the cost of talking to us. So we have to play this, or we will play it in ways. Some will ease them out of the closet, some. Some of this is designed to get physical support. People has got the team spirit for us without waving flags and jumping up and down. Yeah, they for what but they're not going. Their job. They believe that they're helping. I help my family. I do this. That's the way we're gonna go. Okay. See, I believe that our attitude is the attitude that it takes to get this job done too. Number one, no hatred. People don't do that. If they've been oppressed by, let's say, the white man or the so and so's, they don't. Their main goal is we're going to get them back and take power. That's a revolution, and then we're going to put them in. They'll know how to. And that's the common human. Okay, we've seen that pattern so many revolutions that that's not working. It hasn't worked. And the other thing is the person that's sitting here is not like that. Now that's the rare part. That's just not the way they are. You know, and you know that's the way it is. It's fine. Okay. So can't change it with the hand. So we're speaking out about it because the ones that are going here and there and they feel bad, they're not saving nothing. They're not going to save anything because just looking for that. Well, that's okay. So anyway, now, oh, you believe, or you are the best peoples evolved for mankind enjoining what is right, forbidding what is wrong, believing in Allah. Evolved. Ukrijat lil nas. Karaja means that go out of an exit, but the way